And so this is one of the things that he built, you know, we all built together. So he loves his tomatoes. I'm getting better at liking them, but he loves tomatoes and he's good at growing them. And so we built this to support him. And one of the ways to get the biggest tomatoes, I'll wait while the plane passes. We live by an airport, so it's kind of cool, a small airport. Anyways, so we built this frame, and the best way to get big tomatoes, well, there's several things, but one of them is you want to have like a main vine and you want to have it climb up and stuff. And so I know I saw one of them, wherever, isn't it? Aha, here we go. There's these little clips that you can use and hook the rope on into the vine and everything, to the tomato vine, and use it to, like clips, kind of like your rock climbing, to help the vine to grow up higher. So that's one thing we do. So yep, you can see I got a lot of tomatoes here to pick and stuff. Now let's see, we have in here, is there some garlic in here? Those are burpless cucumbers, I think they're called. And I love those because I was a kid who, my parents, poor parents, they were really good at gardening. I was really good at complaining and not liking things. Anyways, so they try and grow, well, they didn't try. They were great at growing all these different things, but I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have, because I'm a human being, right? Anyways, but so we are growing all of these, and what I love about these, they have a nice thin skin on them. So I decided to be an adult at some point, and that I was like, I'm going to try new things and see what stuff I would like. And so I love these cucumbers because they have a nice thin skin on them. It doesn't taste very strong or anything. They're more mild. And especially when they're right from the garden, they're just delicious. And like I say, comment on anything you want to, like what things you like, how you feel about things. What kind of kid were you? Were you a one that was good at eating vegetables and stuff? Or were you one that's like, oh no, I was terrible. Anyways, okay. So here's our strawberry boxes, which they are just doing crazy. These boxes, some of them, I think we did plant some new plants this year. I'm not sure, but a lot of these were just strawberries that we planted like last year. But yeah, they're just huge and they're just multiplying. And so he built these boxes so they have like you can see kind of, there is plants planted on the sides between the boards. And so that way you would have like more planting surface by doing it that way. The problem is too though, is that these strawberries are happy to multiply. So they put out all these little runners, which you want because that's free plants, right? That means you like always have plants. Like we have a cajillion plants here, but we love strawberries. So what's the problem, right? Anyways, we don't ever have enough strawberries for us to eat, having a big family. But yeah, some birds were enjoying themselves stealing our strawberries. So we put this netting over it so that, you know, they could still get pollinated. Because that's the thing, is you got to make sure things get pollinated. But then birds couldn't get in. So he just kind of built this little frame around these boxes. That one there in the corner is not doing well for some reason. I'm trying to figure that out. But I do see it's coming back, so I'm not sure. Yep, and here's the other side of the grapes. That's the red grapes. Okay. And then over here, we have some yellow crookneck squashes, which are good if you are good and you pick them soon enough so they have a nice soft skin, which I need to do that right now because I like them when they're not too big and the skin is nice and young and soft. And I noticed the other day I was like trying to pick cucumbers. I'm like, oh, we got cucumbers coming in here with the squashes. Whoops. So, anyways, oh, this is so cute. So this must be one of the little squashes that's, yep, little plants that's growing here. This is another Three Sisters planting of corn and a different, like a squash or gourd or something, I think you can plant with them. And then I love these red flowers. Those are beans. I think they look so pretty. Anyways, but I see there's a baby here. So cute and tiny. And I have small hands. Look how little that is. It's so cute. And I see there's another little one growing in there. So that'll be really fun to have those this year. Anyways, and the funny thing is we have what's called a ware, if I'm remembering and saying that right, hive, which is your traditional beehive that everybody knows of as when they see it, that, oh, that's a beehive. And so that's right there. And that is the only hive we have that we like have hardly really ever had a hive in it, because we just like it because it looks cool. I think it was on sale or something at the time too, but the thing is they don't really make stuff for those that much, and so if you use them you got to do stuff custom yourself. So anyways, yeah, so that is some of our garden. I'll show you some more. So something else that's cool that we have is we have these giant pine trees. Good or bad, it's your choice. Anyways, but all kinds of birds live in there. Like, what is that bird that we're seeing right now? What is that? I think that's a dove up there. Anyways, yeah, these trees are huge. So big that I actually volunteered to a little town around here that they could cut one down and use it for their Christmas tree if they wanted. They took somebody else up on their offer and they didn't come and get ours, but that's fine. So it creates a lot of shade, which is good, but it creates a lot of sap and stuff, which is not wonderful. And here's a little dove's nest. Is there a dove in there right now? It's like this little white flag saying, hello, I'm here. I think it's kind of funny that the dove did that. Anyways, we got another pine tree as well. And then we have these honeyberry plants here. I think that's right. Yes, honeyberries, which is like a blueberry cousin. Anyways, and those we're trying to get figured out why they are just like not flowering. Well, they did actually have some flowers kind of this year, but they're just not doing much. We've actually had them in those bags. Like, okay, well, we had them in the ground, but we dug them this year hoping they would do better, but it's not really doing any better. So we got to figure that out. This is a kiwi berry plant. I think this must be the female because, like, sadly the male one died. But you got to have two females and a male or something so they can do their cross-pollinating. So that's one of them. And we're figuring that out too. And here's the other one. Not dead, so figuring that out as well. Here's more honeyberry plants. And then here's our orchard. So it's funny, when we were looking at houses, we were looking at a lot of them, like the aerial view of the house, and we're like, oh, that house is smack dab in the middle of the lot. So how can we use the lot to do other things? This house is smack dab in the little middle of the lot on the aerial view, but we just make it work. So this yard, like half of it was bushes when we bought it. Like the half of the width of this yard was bushes. It was huge bushes. And here's our peach, and we cut those out, and so now we had room for an orchard here. Here's our peach tree that you can see which side gets really heavy on because it's tipping. My husband's favorite little dwarf nectarine tree that died, he was really sad about that. He was like, if I move, I'm digging that up and taking it with me. But unfortunately, died. Here's a nectarine tree. We already picked the nectarines off that yesterday. Oh, let's see. I don't remember what tree that's supposed to be, but obviously it died. I'm thinking it might be another cherry, but I'm not sure. This one, I'm not sure either. I think it's an apple tree. So if you're great with fruit trees and you want to tell me anything, feel free. But we have just tested our soil and we figured out like the alkaline levels and stuff were not good on some of them. So we got to fix that. Here's the other cherry tree. They have the same kind of cherries. We're not sure if they were supposed to be the same kind of cherries, but we kind of think we tried to buy 2 different kinds and they accidentally gave us like mistagged them or something like that. But anyways, so here we got netting around this tree too that we gotta take care of that. I think this is another apple tree. It seems like a lot of things we put close together. And it seems like this is another apple tree as well. And then here's another apple tree, and we have just not gotten apples off of our trees. Like, they have not flowered. Oh, let's see. Let me come back around here. So these are Harvest Gold berries. And they are awesome. And these ones are huge. Aren't those pretty? They're really big. So, sorry, I'm just gonna pick some here really quick to show you better. Look at those big berries. So they make some really cool raspberry jelly. They're not as tangy as the red raspberries are. They're more sweet. But what I like is I feel like it helps for kids to, when they're picking them, to be able to tell more easily that when they're like, hey, pick the ripe ones, don't pick the ones that aren't ripe. To me, I feel like the way they're done, it feels like to me is easier for them to tell, because like, look at the color. You've got like white and then you've got like kind of orange. I don't know, the kids just seem to have an easier time, to me, being able to tell which ones they should pick and which ones they shouldn't, because it's just visually easier, I think. Anyways, so oh, and now we're farther back from the pine trees, so I can tell you about them. So the pine trees, we'll have like 5 different varieties of birds in there. So we have an owl. I don't know what kind it is, but judging by the pellets that are on the ground, I looked it up, and it says it's probably like a bighorn owl or like a barn owl, I think it said. And the bighorn owls are cool because, like, I know I could hear it hooting from the backyard one night. And I could see the silhouette of it in the top of the tree, and I was like, oh, dang. I wish I could, like, have a night vision so I could take a picture of the owl, because I don't know which it is for sure because I haven't seen him. But I did see that one time I saw the big barn owl. I could tell by the shape of, the bighorn owl, sorry. I could see like the shape of his ears and stuff like that, because he was so huge. Like, he was on the very tip top of the tree. Anyways, okay, so here's some more Harvest Gold plants. And then dead tree. That's a peach tree, I think. This is a pear tree. We haven't really gotten hardly any pears in there, like just like 3 inches long or something. And here's a dead tree. I'm trying to remember what that's supposed to be. I think that's supposed to be a pear tree too. I know this one was a plum tree. And then we have red raspberries over here that we have moved because our raspberries were so thick. And here's an apricot tree. And this is another apricot tree. And then I do have some asparagus. And Easter lilies in here. And you can at least see the Easter lilies over here. And then, you can see, well, here's an Easter lily in here. You can see the leaf. Here's asparagus being pulled over. Here's a raspberry being pulled over. And, to me, there's like those life analogies here. Like I said, if you want to learn a lesson, God's always willing to teach you. And to me, when I see this, I know I had a sister-in-law that she was like, oh, these morning glories, I really like their pretty little flowers. And they are pretty little flowers. And then you realize what they do. And they overtake and drag everything down. And would we have gotten raspberries off of these plants that are buried in here? I think so. And there might be raspberries down here. I'm not sure. I won't find out till I do the hard work of my repentance and pulling off all those weeds. So, sorry, I'm eating in the video. There's only this many raspberries left. I'm just showing you they're really good. Anyways, and I actually love this little fence. I think it's super cool. All right. Let's see. We got more red raspberries back here. And they're hard to pick at certain times of day because the wasps were out here pollinating too. And the wasps do pollinate. Or they, because they're in here getting stuff and moving things around from plant to plant. So there I am eating more raspberries. Well, I know those of you that love the raspberries are thinking to yourselves, yeah, if I was there picking the raspberries, I'd be eating them too. So, anyways, another project that we have is I've been getting this back corner here cleaned out. So we can move our chicken coop there. And if the people that are helping me are okay with it, I'll try and record it as we do it, or I'll try and take brief little videos and pictures of it as we work on it. But yeah, sadly, the lady that had this house before, she was going to lose her home. Or she didn't sell it. Her husband passed away from cancer, and she'd had people renting rooms out of the house to try and keep the house, and she wasn't able to keep it. So, and I might talk about that another time. But anyways, sadly, this corner had a bunch of just stuff. I mean, it wasn't like horribly like garbage, but it was just a bunch of stuff. Until we finally, I'm trying to get this corner all cleaned out and be able to do something with it. We've kind of done different things with it a little bit, but it just hasn't really been like really good, purposeful. I feel like it just, I don't know. Anyways, it's nice we have this shed to use. And then we had built a coop for when we had bunnies, rabbits. But we have repurposed it to use for our chickens. And it's really not quite fitting the need as well as it could. So I gotta redo that a bit. Anyways. Okay, then I talked about my husband. He's good with trying all kinds of different things. And so this is a rain gutter garden. So this is another one of the beds that we just didn't really use. There was kind of stuff here. It was kind of like, place holding. Oh, I think are those habaneros? I don't know what kind of pepper that is, but you can tell me if you know what it is, or my husband's gonna tell me. But oh, and these, the shape is different, but yep, this is them. Oh, that's a different shape. Okay, these are chocolate peppers. Oh, sorry. Crap, now I have to find that chocolate pepper. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Where did it go? Oh, jeez. Hold on. Okay, so this is a chocolate pepper. So they're just like a sweet pepper, I believe. So I don't like to eat raw peppers, but I have learned to be an adult and do different things with them to eat them. So I just cannot handle them when they're raw. It just, my body cannot handle it. But if they're cooked, then yes, delicious. Something else that I just think the plant looks really cool. You know what this is? It's an eggplant plant. So these are good. They take on a flavor of like whatever else they're put with a lot of times. I've learned to cook them several different ways, and they're good. So these kind are good. We've also had a banana, long thin eggplants. I think we've planted before, but one plant is good for us. We had like a couple plants, or maybe 3 or 4 plants last year, and I was like, wow, this is too much. Anyways, ooh, some wasp friends that I will need to take care of later. Not encouraging. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Those little friends over there. So here's some jalapenos. And yeah, so this is a little rain gutter garden. So when we had our old house and we didn't have that much garden space, or not that we had gotten, well, we had built boxes later. But anyways, oh, sorry. I gotta interrupt myself because here's a little friend. We used to have more of these little friends. But our neighbor had a pool and he wasn't doing anything with it. And so these little friends lived in there, a little frog. Anyways, okay, back to what I was talking about. So since we didn't have a lot of garden space, my husband rigged, with the kids and stuff, rigged up some rain gutters that would water, which is great if, like, say you're a renter or something, and so there's only so much you can do. This is something you could probably work out, I would think, because you're not having to do much to the property. You're getting a rain gutter. You get these gardening bags, fill them with soil, and then you have this little watering system that just kind of fills up the gutter as it needs it, just kind of drips. Anyways, so yeah, that's cool. It's another option for gardening. And here is our chicken yard. It is a chicken yard, so it is pretty messy. But we'll give them a lot of different kinds of things from like the garden and stuff. Actually, when we mow the lawn, even as long as we have not sprayed the grass recently, we feed the grass to the chickens too. So that's one of those things that a lot of people don't really realize about chickens, is all the different things they can eat that are good for them. And like milk, if you've had milk that is expired. And so that's one of those things I really enjoy too, is that then we don't have hardly any waste. Because I hate having that we have food and other people don't have food, and I don't want to waste it. And so it's nice when, it gets used. It's not getting wasted, and it's healthier for them. I'm really surprised this chicken is standing here by me. You want to be on YouTube? Hello. Hello. And I don't think we have names for the chickens at this point. I know one of them is named Lucky, but I'm not sure which black and white one it is. And that may be the chicken that died a little while ago. So let's see how many chickens we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 chickens. There might be another 1 or 2 that are in a box, in the laying boxes. But yeah, I need to rework this and get this cleaned out and taken care of. And I really love these little bantam chickens. They do not lay eggs as much as the bigger chickens, but they are just so cute. And I see that they're a little bit mischievous. So, and then here's raspberries right next to them, and they like to eat the raspberry leaves. So that seems to work out okay. Anyways, Yep, so we've got raspberries growing right here. Now we have a fort that we built for the kids that still has some doing to be done on it. And it's really nice that there's like they enclose the patio outside, so that's a more usable space. We did get solar. Feel free to ask me any questions you have about that. Yep. And then, anyways, yeah, so it's nice to have this swing set here for the kids to play on, and gotta redo our trampoline pad broke after many years of use and needs to get replaced. But anyways, thanks for listening. I just thought you want to get to know me a little bit and just show you around. Another shed we have for different overflow things from the house and stuff mostly. But yep, I will talk to you later. Thanks, see ya. Please like, subscribe, and comment. That would be awesome. All right, see ya. Bye.